All right, hello everyone, and welcome to NFC. This is the championship round. With me here are Keenan and Adam. They are tied, and this championship debate is going to determine who is going to be the first nerd fighting champion. Now, I'm going to go over the rules here. For the first 6 questions, we are going to have a full debate, and the focus of the debate tonight is books. Whether it's movies based on books, television shows based on books. And in this debate, in this full debate, Adam and Keenan will have a chance to debate which movies are superior than the books or whatever we have. Now, there is really not much of a time limit here, but I will give the signal when it's time to move on to the next round. Now, rebuttals will be 30 seconds, and the final thoughts of each individual will be 15 seconds. And after this full debate is over, we will go to the speed round question. Each speed round question will be 30 seconds, and rebuttal will be 15 seconds. In the event of a tie at the end, we will have a tiebreaker to determine who is the winner of the Nerd Fighting Championship of Season 1. All right, let's begin. Now, what is the best standalone movie based off a comic book? We will start with Keenan. Go.
No, based off a book. Just book. Standalone book. It's not comic book.
All right. Yeah. What is the best standalone movie based off a book? We will start with Keenan. Go.
The best standalone movie based off a book, implying no sequels, no series, no other franchise, just that movie alone. I guess I would have to say Ender's Game is recently the greatest movie I've seen that has no planned sequel or anything like that.
All right, Adam, it is your turn. Go.
Fight Club.
Want to fight, bro?
You want to fight?
Yeah.
You want to fight?
You want to fight?
You want to fight?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about, now the question is the best adaptation, best movie, standalone adaptation. So, when you say that, Fight Club is actually the closest of all time book to movie adaptations. Ender's Game, they rushed the timeline. Ender starts, because in the book, he starts at 6 years old, and it makes the entire feeling less important, because, and actually, in the book, he kills the bullies. The action's toned down. Valentine and Peter are almost completely cut out of the movie, and they have a big part, especially with the politics. And they discuss the background of why the war is going on, and then, like, you see the backstage politics of what's going on. They cut that completely out. Because Valentine and Peter on the council, because they're portraying as adults, are Demetrius and Locke. So there's no political counter to the war that's going on. The ending is less epic in the movie than in the book. They changed the ending, and that Ender's Game just does not. And they miss a whole portion in the movie from the book.
I don't know, man. I didn't read the book, so
and so Fight Club.
It was a movie that came from a book that didn't have a sequel.
And so, but Fight Club.
Half of the world doesn't even know that Fight Club was a book. I didn't know.
It was a book in '96. It came out literally in '99.
Who read books in '96?
The book was so popular it came out 3 years later. The book was so popular the movie came out 3 years later.
Harrison Ford in it. Where's Harrison Ford in Fight Club?
And Harrison Ford barely does. He does a semi-good job playing
so when you're Harrison Ford,
serious Han Solo. Okay, Fight Club had an 8.9 out of 10 and an 80% on Rotten Tomatoes. Compared to your 6 star and 60% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Critics never know what the fuck they're talking about.
Fight Club had Edward Norton and Brad Pitt, skyrocketing them into stardom. It's like I said, it's nearly perfect. It was well received. It's in just about everybody's top 10 movies in general. Fight Club is the better standalone movie.
I have no more argument. Let's move on to the next question.
So you don't care about a rebuttal?
No.
Okay, by default, Adam gets the point.
Yeah.
Okay, second question. What young adult book should be turned into a movie franchise? We'll start with Adam. Go.
Del Toro Quest.
Never heard of it. You should elaborate on what the hell that is.
I will say it.
Fine.
Okay, Keenan. Go.
The Pendragon series.
The what?
The Pendragon.
You
books.
changed your
What was my last one?
You changed your thing? Okay.
Wait, no. What was I gonna say? The Lost Years of Merlin?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I changed it from that. Yeah.
What is it again?
The Pendragon. No, it's the Pendragon
Okay.
series.
Okay, go ahead and debate.
No one's heard of your book.
I never heard of your book.
Yeah.
I had an entire argument for Merlin.
Well,
Del Toro.
I told you I wasn't gonna do Merlin because I've argued Merlin in the last episode.
But
Retrace to that episode if you want to hear about my argument of the Lost Years of Merlin being adapted into a movie. I've had that
Well, then I'll
argument
just-
before.
I'll just explain-
I'm glad you're put off.
no. Well, okay. Del Toro.
No one's heard of my book because it's one of those cool secret series that's not advertised. You just have to come across it in your school fucking library, and it's like the greatest series you've ever read. And and it was like an accident that kind of added to it. I've never heard of Pendragon. Like it has no advertisement whatsoever. Just found it at this library at school, and it's like to this day one of the greatest series I've ever read. And like I said, like the fact that I just stumbled across and made like the whole experience, the whole fucking journey that much better.
All right, how about you go
secret
ahead
journey.
and elaborate on the Pendragon for those that don't know it.
Oh, I don't remember it. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Yeah, okay, so Pendragon is just this kid, right? And he's just a normal kid. He's not like a loser at school, but he's not super popular. He's trying to find his way in life, and he's just like going through a normal day. Like he's going to he's like in sports or some shit. Like he's going to basketball practice. He starts talking to the reader about this girl he has a crush on, and his best friend is like a geek named Mark or something like that. And he's just typical teenager, typical life. And all of a sudden, like he goes into elaboration about how he has this strange uncle that's always just like popping up at weird times, and that strange uncle is like, come with me, I need your help to save the world. And he's like, what the fuck? And they go through this portal that sends them to this another like dimension, this another place in time and space. And they're on this planet that's like pure, straight up. This planet is still in the Stone Age. Everyone's all cave people and tribal and shit like that. And there's this creature, and he's called I forget what he's called. But there's this creature, and his sole job is just, like he wants to destroy every single universe in existence, not just Earth. And in the universe that Earth existed, but other alternate universes as well. And that's what they are. They're in an alternate universe on this planet, and they go through a whole fucking bunch of shit. And they save this planet, and he finds out that his uncle is called something called a traveler or something like that. And his job is to travel from portal to portal, and just like stop these beings whose sole existence is to destroy all of reality. And that's just one book. Each book has a different theme, and each planet has a different theme and different style. There's a water planet. There's a, there is a lot of the series I don't remember, but I do remember how great it is. There's one of them. If they go back in time, this one just blew my mind. The way they connected it to actual historical events, because they go back in time to it's an alternate dimension just because that time's already gone by. So they go back into an alternate World War II time, or right before, whenever the Hindenburg exploded.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. They go back into that, and that's called Earth 2, and they do all this shit to make sure that the Hindenburg explodes, because Nazi spies have shit on that blimp, and if they get their hands on it, they would win the war. And it's it's a head trip to think that if shit like that is possible.
Okay, Adam, go ahead and
Now,
talk about
Del Toro Quest. Okay, sounds interesting. But Del Toro Quest, you may not have heard of it. Guess what? It came out in 2000. It gained fame when being attached to the Harry Potter series because they said it was marketed as material to read in between the books. It gained big popularity. In 2002, it won the Young Readers Award Most Popular Book Series. It won that award. It was praised for always for having like really like badass like riddles and codes hidden inside the book to help you figure out the ending. And also when you think about making a franchise from a book, okay, this could be split up into 3 parts: the Deltora Quest, the Deltora Shadowlands, and the Dragons of Deltora. Okay, basically it's about the Shadow Lord. He can like the villain's the Shadow Lord. He can kill people from miles away. He's a sorcerer, but he for some reason he cannot kill Leaf, who's the main character. The main character's named Leaf. His job is in the first book and the first movie. You would have him go. He's going to save Deltora by finding the 7 gems, each hidden within locations around these Deltora country. Several locations such as the Lake of Tears, the City of Rats, which is very comparable to the Azkaban. The City of Rats is like a city of it's like a prison, but it's a big city. The Shifting Sands, Dead Mountain, the Maze of the Beast, Valley of the Lost. Okay, I mean it's a big tale of him trying to vanish the Shadow Land. He has his friends. There's crazy twists and plot twists and turns and that blows your mind. And at the end he becomes king. And then the second one he goes and saves this underground society that's being held, that they're slaves to because the Shadow Lord gets away. He has slaves hidden underground in these old societies, and they band together to escape. The third movie is when, the Shadow Lord can also create creatures and create his own beings and things, and he creates these 4 sisters that are very powerful. They with the assistance of dragons, they find the dragon. The Shadow Lord murders like hundreds of dragons, like nearly extincting them all by just using his powers. I mean, just imagining this on screen would be a badass. There's this thing called the Grey Death. It's almost like the Flood, and where the dragons all swoop in and just fucking start. Like they can do an Ex Machina, and they come in, they swoop in at last minute, and just like blow flames at this Grey Death that's coming to swoop over the fucking town, the kingdom. It's big in Japan. Okay, and like when you're making a series, you want to make it marketable for the whole world, and it'll be marketable in Japan. It's big in Japan. They have video games of this in Japan. They have an anime in Japan. It would just be big around the world. It was like I said, 2002 most popular book, and I think it's old enough for us, because I don't like us always taking these recent series and putting them on screen like the Hunger Games and all this bullshit. I think it'd be good to bring this old series, Deltora Quest. There's so much material in this. There's actually, in just part 1, it's 8 books. But I mean, they're kind of short books, so you can really squeeze them in, because, I mean, you could probably squeeze most, if not all of it in without omitting anything, and it could be as long as, like, maybe the first Harry Potter and still have all the material in it, because the books are pretty short. But yeah.
Okay, now we're gonna do 30-second rebuttal. We'll start with Keenan. Go.
Who gives a shit about marketing to the rest of the world? The whole world knows that all that matters is America. Think about that. All right, and
all right, if
Americans
you're ending early.
love stories about a young kid in high school coming to age story. You know, also add some sci-fi shit and dimension hopping and great chemistry with the characters. He has a sidekick who's like a very low
Okay,
character.
and now it is 30 seconds for Adam. Go.
Mine is also a coming of age story. It's Leaf. He starts off as a very young. I think he's 10 years old on this quest. His father is a blacksmith who, at the very end, you find out he's the actual true king, and he had just like a kind of like a stand-in to protect the family. You know what I mean? You know, like double shit. But anyways, so Leaf's the true king. It is a coming of age story. It's a younger audience, Lord of the Rings, and it's something that we really need, and we haven't seen in.
Okay, and now for the 15-second final thought, we'll start with Keenan. 15 seconds. Go.
Mine has a natural, modern feel to it. You know, it always starts out on Earth in this present day. There's nothing too crazy and far out at the beginning. It's more relatable, and then they go off into some crazy shit. Well, yours is nothing but crazy shit.
Okay, final thoughts, Adam. Go.
I just think mine would be a very it would have like a very Star Wars world, but in the medieval times. We haven't had that yet, and I think this would be a good. Now, Toy Quest
Game of Thrones?
is love. No. This would be way better.
Okay, this is going to be a difficult one because both Adam and Keenan brought some interesting concepts points about their books in question. But I believe I'm going to have to give the point to Keenan because he elaborated an interesting part of the Pendragon series about stopping enemies from destroying reality from realm to realm, and that was pretty much convincing.
Told you, man. It's a great plot. It really is.
Okay, now number 3, best Stephen King movie, top 3, and we're going to start with Adam. Go.
All right, so I'm doing The Mist, The Shining, and The Green Mile.
Everything you always choose, I always think, oh crap, that existed, and I could have chose that. I'm doing It, Red Rose, and The Shining.
Okay, It, Red Rose, and The Shining, you say?
And The Shining, I said.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll be honest, I really wasn't expecting a follow-up question.
No, this is the debate. Start debate.
So, but It is one of the greatest movies. I want to announce right now it's being remade, and they're going to split up in 2 parts. Someone said they did that with the last one. I don't remember that. Yeah, it came in 2 VHSs, but that's because it's 1998. Or whatever fucking year it came out, you know? Just because you get It in 2 VHS, it doesn't mean there's the It 1 and the It 2. You know, it's just... Anyway, moving on. It is freaking amazing. For its time, it is one of the scariest shit. To this day, there's people that are pathologically scared of clowns because of It. You know, it's like they had no problem with clowns prior to It. They watch It, now they have a therapist. You know, that is a great movie. And, you know, great cast. I think those kids went on to... Now, you know what? I think half of them didn't do anything.
All right, right about Red Rose.
Red Rose, that's a great movie. There's a lot I don't remember, and you think I probably shouldn't choose something I don't remember very vividly. But I just love the whole the theme with the mansion, the crazy, massive, ever-changing, alive, haunted mansion. Just tripped me out. You know, it was a mini-series instead of a movie, which is technically like a TV movie. I don't even know, like maybe I shouldn't have chose that because it's a movie. Shut up! They sell it on DVD. They sell it on DVD all at once. It's a movie, you know. And The Shining's a classic. I don't even have to argue about The Shining that much. It speaks for itself. Jack Nicholson, you know, Red Rum. It's one of the most classic horror movies ever. Even more so than It, of course. I mean, the 2 creepy fucking twin girls and Jack Nicholson coming through the door. You know, it's a movie that America will never forget. They will still be praising that movie like 100 years from now. My turn.
Okay, yeah, you know what? I have The Shining too. You know why? Because yes, here's Johnny. You know, I mean, The Shining is obviously always going to be in the top 3 of Stephen King. However, you know what else would be? The Green Mile. You know why? The Green Mile is something that we don't really see a lot from Stephen King. You wouldn't expect Stephen King to pump out a Green Mile. You know what I mean? He always gets, let's turn the clown into let's do a killer clown. Let's do a killer blah, 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 blah. You know, but The Green Mile was something different. Had Michael Clark Duncan and Tom Hanks portraying that movie. That movie was spot on. 10 times better than It. Okay, it is a throwaway horror movie nowadays. People have forgotten about it.
Like I said, there's people pathologically scared of clowns because of it.
People already were pathologically scared of clowns, and that's why It came out.
But
it came out because people were already scared of clowns.
There are actually people that were not scared of clowns until watching It says everything.
And then I chose this is probably not a popular decision, but I chose The Mist because that fucking ending is the best.
That's why you shouldn't choose that. That ending.
The ending was the best ending in cinematography history. That's the most depressing,
that is
crazy ending.
depressing.
I remember.
That's not okay.
I remember.
It's not okay to do that in my fragile little mind.
I remember being pissed off about seeing G.I. Joe and going to see The Mist, and The Mist did not disappoint me. Okay, I love Thomas Jane. Everything about it brought. That's why the top 3 Stephen King movies has to be The Mist because of the ending, The Shining because of how popular it is, and The Green Mile because of that performance. It's something that we wouldn't expect from Stephen King. It was something we wouldn't expect to be good, as good as it was, and it was. I mean, it was better than good. It was something that brought you in, something deep, something powerful.
I mean,
it was
but
sad.
We've all seen that, like, yeah. I mean, like,
It was.
If you take away from the sadistic, sick, twisted, and vile ending that just haunts you for life. I have a therapist because of The Mist, not it. Anyways, if you take that away, then you got like a cheap gimmick monster movie, you know. And then and like the whole 1980s, you don't get to see the enemy until the end of the movie. It's all
You see
really
the ending?
Yeah.
You see the monsters?
You don't see the monsters until the end.
You see it throughout the movie.
Like once or
they're
twice.
attacking them in the
They still
store.
do the whole thing where, like, you know, like they go a long time without you ever seeing any of them. And
It's a good build.
it all takes place. It's a
You know what?
bottle episode.
I feel like
it's a bottle episode.
Well, I feel like
it takes place.
I felt like The Mist felt like more of a classic monster movie compared to the ones that are just thrown together.
Okay, let's go ahead and do rebuttal. 30 seconds for Adam. Go.
Like I said, you chose Red Rose. I haven't even seen Red Rose because it's probably old as dirt. It's probably
90.
old as dirt.
90.
It's forgettable. The only thing that's
Why they're remaking it.
The only part about it that I remember is him holding the balloons and the little kid being sucked down the chute. That's it. And then what else you pick? Oh, The Shining. I picked The Shining. That Shining is typical to pick. My movies.
All right,
were
and
better.
now 30 seconds for Keenan. Go.
No, I want to hear you argue about The Shining. You got to argue against The Shining because I
had
choose
The Shining too.
Okay, all right. No, Red Rose is creepy as shit. It's an old series and it remains a classic. It is amazing. They're remaking it because of how amazing it was, giving it to a new generation, and it's gonna be all twisted and brutal and fucking awesome because that's what Stephen King is good at. You know, shit like that.
All right. Since Keenan entered early, we're going to go ahead and do final thoughts. 15 seconds. Adam, go.
All right, let's compare these. The Mist against Red Rose. The Mist wins. Green Mile against It. Green Mile wins. Shining versus Shining. Shining wins. I win.
You can't be the judge of your own.
No, I'm just saying. The Mist.
All
the
right,
Mist
cut
is
it out,
better than
guys.
Red Rose.
15
won
seconds.
because they're
Now,
your movies.
final thoughts for Keenan. 15 seconds. Go.
Let's have that same thing. All right. The Mist versus Red Rose. Red Rose wins. It versus the Shining. The Shining. It wins. I can do the same fucking thing. It
No,
doesn't
but
mean anything.
All right. Now, both of you guys
You're not the judge. He is.
both of you guys made good points regarding The Shining. And as much as Adam has made a good point about the Green Mile, Red Rose happens to be a very interesting concept turned into a mini-series. And I've heard about it, and Keenan was able to elaborate his point on it, so the point will go to Keenan in this one. Okay, now number 4, Goosebumps or Animorphs?
Animorphs.
Goosebumps.
Animorphs.
Goosebumps.
Animorphs. All right, next question.
No.
Okay, I'm starting. Okay, like Animorphs has such a way more interesting. It had one canon plot through the whole series. Whilst each Goosebumps episode was different, had nothing to do with each other. That made it very hard to invest in the whole series as a whole. Whilst Animorphs was this crazy, plot twist and turn story about some kids who get some crazy ass power from this aliens because that alien warns them that more aliens are coming to that planet and they have to be prepared, and then the aliens are freaking crazy and they do come to the planet and then they use their powers to change an animal, fight and save the planet. And that's what I remember, right? There's so much more than that. Google it, find out. I don't remember. Internet will tell you. And it's amazing. Like, every single character has their own personality and chemistry, and it's just like I couldn't wait every day to get out of school for 2 reasons: Dragon Ball Z and Animorphs, man. I can go on.
Okay. Are you ready for this? Animorphs was for hippies. Animorphs is not metal. Every
God.
every Goosebumps. Every
No,
Goosebumps.
so cool.
Every
They were
Goosebumps.
pop.
No,
They were pop.
every Goosebumps.
You
book cover.
You read
every
Goosebumps and listened to Blink 182. That's Goosebumps.
Every Goosebumps cover could be turned into a metal album cover. The fan base for Animorphs
the
is smaller.
cover is always misleading. There's not 1/4 as much action as that cover displays.
Compared to Animorphs' 54 books, Goosebumps has 62 books plus 132, and guess what? Goosebumps is still ongoing. That's how good it was.
And guess what?
Goosebumps
Each
is
one
still
of them,
continuing.
Because they can do that forever.
No,
They shit out
no, there are
stories.
62.
They shit
62.
out stories.
No, there are 62 books that were that are in continuity with each other,
Oh, well,
and then 132 still ongoing spin-offs.
Shit out stories.
Honestly, Animorphs felt like a very boring version of Power Rangers. I watched the TV. I just watched the Animorphs is on Netflix.
Animorphs into animals.
Exactly. Animorphs.
Animals.
A boring version. I watched the damn TV series. Okay. I just watched it on Netflix.
Some people like animals.
It didn't even try.
Hard prick.
The TV series didn't even try. The alien invasion is clunky.
Well, the book is where it's at. Of course, the TV series didn't try. The fact that they even did a TV series was fucking magnificent. I mean, the TV
and
series.
they can only change the animals 2 hours.
No, well, that's.
They can only change it. They animals 2 hours.
Did you read the books? No, you watched the TV show. They get stronger. All right, that's when they first get their powers and shit.
I'm gonna collect these animals and be able to change whatever animal I want when I collect them. I'm gonna turn into a fucking rabbit because I can dig.
I spent the better half of my life thinking that'd be an awesome power to have.
Turn into a rabbit?
Yeah.
I've seen that damn.
No, to turn into any animal would be sick.
No, people don't. Oh, there's like 3/4 of the
No,
world
it's
don't even
not
know what
sick.
Animorphs is.
That also makes it more awesome, just like the Pendragon series.
All right.
It's fucking old.
Oh yeah, well guess what? We got a good Jack Black movie.
You know what?
We got a good
You know
Jack Black
what?
movie with
You know
Goosebumps.
what?
What we get from Animorphs? Shitty TV series.
Hipsters read Goosebumps.
All right, guys.
Hipsters read
All right.
Goosebumps. Stoners read fucking
All right.
Animorphs.
Now we're gonna do
Oh,
the 30. Now we're gonna do a 30-second rebuttal. Keenan, go.
That was kind of it. Hipsters read Goosebumps is hipster shit now. Like, I like Goosebumps before it was cool.
Whatever.
No one likes Animorphs.
Goosebumps was first.
Cool. I don't care.
God, moving forward is cool. You just like Goosebumps because it's still going.
You've had enough, huh, Keenan?
Yeah.
All right, Keenan ended early, so we'll give the 30 seconds to Adam for rebuttal. Go.
Like I said, okay, Animorphs just wasn't that great. It wasn't a better series than Goosebumps. Like I said, the first 62 books were in continuity with each other. It was the same people doing the same stuff. The TV series was 10 times better. We're talking about the franchise in general.
Every monster in the TV series
the
looked like
Goosebumps,
shit.
But the Tower of Terror. There were some episodes that stuck out. There's no episodes in Animorphs that stuck out. There was
Yeah.
things.
The first episode when they got their powers.
Not
maybe
barely.
All
you
right,
didn't
all
know
right.
if you were an Animorphs
All right,
fan.
that's final thoughts. 15 seconds.
Animorphs
Keenan,
fans
go.
know. They know, all right, for people who fucking cared about that shit growing up, people who read Animorphs growing up, whenever the TV show came out, I'm sure they were stoked. All right, just because you didn't know that it existed doesn't mean that it doesn't deem to be note about.
All right, and now 15 seconds for Adam. Go.
Look, I knew of existence, and you know what? For this,
No.
for Animorphs, I seen. There's that saying, "Don't judge a book by its cover." Animorphs, you could. You looked at the cover, you knew it was crap. You looked at the damn Goosebumps.
no. See,
you looked at the
no,
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps, you look at it and it looks awesome,
All
and it's
time,
crap.
Goosebumps is a younger version of
All right.
Stephen King.
All right.
No, we
Younger
got it.
version of
No.
Stephen King.
No, we're Hispanic.
Younger
All right,
version
no.
of Stephen King. Younger Stephen King
No,
is better.
no. When
All
you
right.
look at it, see, when you look at my book, you know it's crap right off the bat. At least, right? Your book looks fucking awesome. Then you can spend the time to read it.
That's
and
young
find out
Stephen
it's
King.
crap.
All
Young
right.
Stephen King.
Crap.
All right.
It's crap.
That's enough. That's enough, fellas. Okay, this is going to be a difficult one.
Corny
because
dialogue, I
as-
tell you.
This is going to be difficult because it's interesting as Keenan's Animorphs is, whether it's unpredictable or refreshing. Adam did bring up a good point about the 62 books and how ongoing it is. He forgot to mention there was a successful television series of Goosebumps. However, Adam's points were a little bit meatier than Keenan's, so the point goes to Adam.
I would like to state that each Goosebump has about as much connection to each other as Hunger Games does to fucking
And it's
Scorch
the same
Trials.
kids.
Now to number
Yeah,
5.
but you know what? The actress that plays what's her name? Jennifer Lawrence is in other movies. That doesn't fucking connect them.
All right. Now let's go to number 5. Worst movie adaptation of a book.
Aragon.
Oh, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
And we'll start this off with Keenan. Go.
Right there. See, your argument is that it's a great book. It's a good movie, but it doesn't stick to the book as much as it should. But Standalone, not mentioning that it's an adaptation, it's a good movie. It's a good watch. There's fans in that movie.
You know what?
Aragon is garbage. It's trash. It's shit.
It's not Standalone. And you know what? Actually, the movie makes the book original.
What the fuck? Are you talking
Yeah,
about?
because Aragon is the reason why they wouldn't publish it. His parents had to make their own publishing company to publish Aragon because it's a complete ripoff of both Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. Aragon.
Oh my God!
Aragorn.
Dude, if you did to the core, every
Aragon.
story, you know,
Aragon.
paper down. Every story at its core is a ripoff of Star Wars. Star
Okay.
Wars is the most basic story of good versus evil.
No.
Damsel in
It's
distress.
Look, Star Wars. Luke lives with his uncle and aunt on a remote planet.
Oh God damn! Don't do this to me. I
This
didn't
is
even
uncle
notice this
cousin.
shit. I didn't know this
Uncle.
happened. It's still a great series.
Aragon lives
I'm
with his
about to
uncle in a remote village. His quiet life changes when he happens upon a dragon asteroid sent by the captive princess Layla
Oh,
for a vital information.
No!
Obi-Wan and Brom are the same fucking person. They both teach him in the ways of the Jedi, Dragon Fighter, and a nearly extinct group being hunted. They meet Han Solo / Martog. Brom and Bolum are both Brom and Obi-Wan sacrifice themselves to ensure the heroes escape. It's a copy and paste of the damn thing.
See, that speaks
There we go.
Even that being said,
You know what?
No,
The movie made the book good.
no,
okay?
fuck that. The movie didn't stick to nothing. Brom's death was 100% different, and the
It
fucking
made it
book,
original.
and it was great. The way he died, he still fucking died the same rip-off way as Obi-Wan Kenobi. No, the dialogue in that book is fucking amazing. The writer has so much fucking talent, dude. He can elaborate on shit for like 3 pages if you wanted to.
And in my Hitchhiker's Guide, the Hitchhiker's book is completely different. The characters have different attitudes. Every event is near different. There's shit added to continue subplots that are not even in the book, like the Hama Kovala. Vorgons are like the Vorgons aren't even in the book halfway through, and they're for some reason in the rest of it because of the Heart of Gold bullshit. There's a bunch of funny moments that were changed, jokes that were messed up. The Trillion chick was never a romantic interest, and they changed it for the movie. The movie is the movie is completely near different. Even they added stuff, they removed stuff. It's not even an adaptation anymore, and it's supposed to be. Yours at least kind of is with
Everything.
Mine added characters.
Everything that makes the Aragon story not a cookie cutter copy of fucking Star Wars is left out of the. You'd have to read the books. I mean, the plot when you give it a synopsis is the same thing as Star Wars, but
and then all the
details.
character names are literally the same as the Lord of the Rings characters. Aragon, Aragorn,
It's spelled different.
Isengard,
It's spelled
Isengard,
different.
Morgoth, Morgothel, Valinor, Vanillor.
Man, it's because they get their shit from the same source. It's all Norse fucking language and shit. Man, Fuck you.
All right. We might as well go ahead.
Okay, it has so much good fucking writing, great dialogue, great elaboration. It makes you fucking care about the characters so much. Dude, I was a huge Star Wars fan while reading that book, but I was so entranced about that book, it never dawned on me that it's the same exact fucking plot till you mentioned something. Because when you're reading it, you're not fucking concentrating on that. You're just concentrating on Christopher Paolini's specific fucking his style, his personality being put into this book. Like the guy's like was a magnificent writer at the age of 15, and like if that's the only reason why his parents had to create their own publishing company to spit that book out, because it's the exact same shit as Star Wars, then I'm glad they did, so fucking people can buy it and read it and find out that besides the same exact synopsis as Star Wars, it's a completely different book. There's not dwarves in Star Wars, alright?
The kind of is.
And there's not dragon riders. Let me specify the word riders. And Lords of the Ring. Alright? Dude, at the same time I came across this series, I was like, there's a cartoon about dragon riders, no relation to Aragon. And then like, you know, the whole idea of this pack of fucking elite soldiers that have this like bond with with dragons, and they fucking ride them into battle. That is fucking metal. Alright? that is some Viking metal shit.
Okay, we're going to start 30-second rebuttal for Adam. Go.
Look, I'm just saying, we're talking about worst adaptation, and I'm telling you right now, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was the worst adaptation from the book because it had nothing. Where Aragon, the movie, was trying to be more original by cutting some things out and making it not seem apparent that it's a cookie cutter copy paste. It has the same characters. They don't add characters. It's damn near the same ending.
Now it is Keenan's turn. Go.
No, they don't have characters. They butchered characters. Murtaugh was fucking badass in the series, in the book, and he almost doesn't say shit the whole movie. The death of the Shade at the end was like one of the greatest deaths I've seen at the or read about in the climax of a book. And in the movie, they watered down the shit. Like Saphira doesn't even bust through this thick ass glass fucking ruby diamond roof like she does in the book, and just like.
And now,
I don't even remember it just
And now, 15-second final thoughts. Adam, go.
You talk about my movie. The characters, their attitudes and personalities were completely different. They weren't even the characters anymore. There was things like that were completely like how they saw the police as Marvin talks to the computer into committing suicide. That shit's funny as hell, and that was gone. In the movie, they used a POV gun, which wasn't even in the book.
All right. And now, 15 seconds for Keenan. Go.
Pick up where I left off. Whenever Saphira comes through that fucking roof, and Saphira kills the Shade, I think, or like she makes it to where Aragon gets a lucky fucking shot, and Aragon gets slashed through the back, and like it fucking cripples him for life if it wasn't for magic.
Right.
And that's not even in the fucking movie.
All right. Now, I don't really know much about Hitchhiker's Guide, but I've heard a lot about Aragon, and the thing with Aragon was it was a great book. However, the movie itself was censored due to bad Hollywood writers that wanted to capitalize on this book. And because Keenan was able to point out a lot of the flaws with Aragon as a movie as opposed to the book, Keenan gets the point. And now, number 6, worst author of all time.
James Patterson.
Stephanie Meyer.
James Patterson.
Indeed. Who's Stephanie Meyer?
Stephanie Meyer.
Yeah, what does she write?
You'll see.
Okay, we'll start this one with Keenan. Go.
But now I want to know Stephanie. No. All right. Okay. James Patterson just spits books out faster than. You know what? I don't fucking want to come up with a metaphor or some shit. Wait, we should clip this part out. Okay, let me start over. James Patterson spits books out fucking ridiculously. He doesn't give them any thought. It's all vanilla flavored. Stories that he gets from other people, he thinks, I could do that better. And then he fucking writes on it for 30 minutes and gives it to his publisher. And he makes a fucking $1 million off of it. All it is a job to him. All it is a way to get money. I've seen a James Patterson commercial. I will never forget this for the rest of my life. It was the most shittiest, trashiest, fucking tackiest advertisement I ever seen. It showed James Patterson sitting there, and he looked at the camera. He said, buy my book or I'll kill off Alex Cross. It was like, you can't blackmail your fans, you piece of shit. You know, what the fuck is wrong with you? No one cares if you kill off Mr. Professor, Doctor, Detective Alex Cross. I don't even know he has so many prefixes, like he just wants the guy to sound so badass, and it just sounds retarded when you say it out loud. Hi, I'm Mr. Professor, Doctor, Detective Alex Cross, you know? And it's just, his vocabulary is like a fucking third grader.
At least with James Patterson, we got the...
No, let me finish. You know, he went an entire book without once describing the appearance of the character. Not one character was this. You go the whole time, it's a mystery of who the fuck you're reading about. Because he didn't describe him. Does he have blonde hair? Does he have black hair? Is he tall? Is he short? Is he fat? You don't fucking know! No, 162 pages! Not one sentence dedicated to what the fuck the main character looks like.
Okay, Adam, it is your turn.
Okay, at least with James Patterson, we got the Alex Cross movies. Stephanie Meyer, we got the Twilight movies, bro. Stephanie Meyer, the author of Twilight, the game Between Hearts, Twilight Hearts, or they're the reason all this bullshit.
You know what?
They're the reason for 50 Shades of Grey, this horse shit, okay?
Listen.
Alex Cross is good, okay?
No!
Twilight is bad! Twilight is bad!
Alex Cross is generic trash!
Stephanie Meyer has nothing but bad...
Alex Cross is the
weird
Law and Order of
books. Terrible sex in her fucking books.
Listen, in her books, at least, the whole reason why
it's a weird Mormon fan fiction, okay? Mormon fan fiction, and she...
At least with, chicks...
Grammar writing, her grammar sucks, the grammar's messed up in all the books, okay?
Okay, everybody hates the Twilight series. That's a given, and the reason why is because it's all stupid, retarded, and gay.
Because Stephanie Meyer, exactly.
Let me finish. Can I finish? Please, can I finish?
You got to talk about James Patterson. Okay, Stephanie Meyer wrote a vampire book and didn't even have vampires in it. She had fucking fairies that twinkle in Twilight. Okay, they twinkle and sparkle. That's how bad of an author Stephanie Meyer is. She has a vampire novel with no vampires in it. She don't know what she's writing about.
James Patterson writes mystery novels with no mystery in it. You know who did it by page 2? You know, there's 3 characters. One dies. You know,
but the suspense to the end.
No,
there is suspense to see what's gonna happen.
In her movie, you know, at least she tugs on the emotions of Shut up and let me finish. At least she tugs on the fucking emotions of at least adolescent girls. All right. No one gives a shit about Alex Cross. No one.
There's a fan base. How come he keep cranking out books?
Oh, cause I don't know. Because you can feed America shit and you can feed America shit and they'll thank you for it.
Stephanie, I like the Twilight books.
Exactly.
And that's the shittiest shit.
So you can't use that as an argument.
Stephanie Meyer's Twilight is the shittiest shit.
This question wouldn't be an interesting question if America didn't eat shit and thank you for it. Alright? So the fact that America eats my shit and thanks them for it is not an argument, okay?
Alright. We're going to go ahead and do the rebuttal. Adam, 30 seconds, go.
Okay, let me try and say this without stuttering every time I try to say this.
I'm sorry. Give it another.
Alright, we're just going to have to restart this. Adam, 30 seconds, go.
Look, Stephanie Meyer is the epitome of trash, okay? She came up with a stupid story and no one stopped her. She came up with a vampire book with no vampires in it. He is trying to make a character. He made a successful character in Alex Cross.
No.
He did make a successful character in Alex Cross. There's a
he didn't. His fucking
in fact,
publishers
there's
did.
a larger fan base for him than there is for this because he's still cranking out books.
Because America loves vanilla cookie cutter bullshit.
All right, 30 seconds for Keenan. Go.
Let me try to say this without stuttering. All right, his title is Mr. Doctor Professor Detective Alex Cross. Like, James Patterson is such a snobby piece of shit bastard that his character is a snobby piece of shit bastard. You immediately don't want to read about it. It's like, because he comes off as a douche, page 1.
I guess we're going to stop this early. And now, 15-second final thoughts. Adam, go.
Look, Stephanie Meyer is the reason we have all this crazy tween bullshit coming out all the time. They pump it out in Hollywood. Stephanie Meyer.
Harry Potter.
Stephanie Meyer.
That's why that's happening.
Stephanie Meyer wrote for the shittiest of the shitty, and it's terrible all around. Even the werewolves are bad.
All right, 15 seconds for Keenan. Go.
Alex Cross set aside, and that's just some like he got that idea. He's seen other people's fucking cop fucking drama being awesome, so he tried that. That set aside, he did a book called Witches and Wizards, and it's like Harry Potter, eat your heart out. And that's the book that he didn't describe one character. He had a 3rd grade vocabulary. There were spaces like this far in between the words. He was just taking up space to add more pages because the piece of shit had nothing to write about.
All right. Well, Keenan almost went double with this 15 seconds, and now here's my final point. James Patterson, you made a good point about him with the Alex Cross series, and as controversial as it is, Stephanie Meyer was the one responsible for starting all these crazy books that have gotten worse gradually through the years to a point where she got criticized by Stephen King. So I'm going to have to give the point to Adam here because he really did his research on Stephanie Meyer and the controversies she started very long time ago.
I just want to say all these teen movies based on books are coming out because of Harry Potter, not Twilight.
Okay, now for the speed round question. Each question will be 30 seconds, and we're going to start with best movies on TV based on a book. Which one do you watch? Is it either the ABC Murders or Oliver Twist?
Fuck, I don't know either. I've never watched one of those.
Oliver Twist.
Oh, you wrote these questions, didn't you?
Yeah. So you got the ABC Murders, and we'll start with you, Keenan. 30 seconds, go.
The guy's smart, knows his ABCs, sticks to it, kills someone with the named A, with A, kills someone with the first name that starts with the letter C, kills. Oh, well, look, I forgot B. I don't know my.
I guess he's done right now. And now, Adam, your 30 seconds for go.
Oliver Twist is a classic story. Oliver Twist is a classic story that's constantly can be retold. They even had the Oliver and Company cartoon series, but Oliver Twist was really good. They even had the musical Oliver. Just the book is amazing. It takes place in London, British. Charlie Chapman's in it. It's really good literature, and it was a good movie.
Oh, this is going to be an obvious one. And it'll be my fault for this, but I'm going to have to give the point to Adam.
But I totally mentioned how he kills people with the first thing, kills someone with the first name.
Okay, and now for number two. Number two. Now this one you're going to get right off the bat. Worst movie based on a young adult book, Twilight or Hunger Games?
Twilight.
Both of you chose Twilight, but Keenan may have said it a little bit.
Hunger Games. Hunger Games. Hunger Games.
All right, hold on. Adam, 30 seconds, go.
Hunger Games is a complete ripoff.
Did you talk shit on Jennifer?
Hunger Games is a complete ripoff of like so many other. There's Condemned. There's the Japanese movie that they ripped off. The entire Hunger Games series is a complete fraud and it comes from the steam of Twilight. At least Twilight tried to be religious, even though it was crap. It tried to be original. Hunger Games, complete ripoff.
Okay, man.
All right.
Sometimes I get so frustrated I can't argue back when you're in.
All right, 30 seconds for Keenan, go.
Oh, okay. At least Hunger Games was fucking cool, all right? It was some shit that's been done before, and that's how you knew you're going to like it. And it added a new twist to it. Now it's children killing each other, all right? Anyways, and Twilight, everything you said fucking earlier, all right? They're queer fucking vampires. Not vampires, they're fairies that sparkle. And I would take an idea that's been done over and over and over that I like better than this trash. Look what they did to vampires. Vampires are all sweet and fluffy now.
All right, this round is going to go to Keenan because
I had a rebuttal.
Oh.
there is there a rebuttal in the speed round?
Yeah, it's supposed to be wise, but it don't matter, I guess.
Yeah, it makes it.
But I did want to, because I had a rebuttal because you're a liar. Because there is a children. The first one was children in Battle Royale in Japan.
Oh, no one.
They were younger children. They were 12 years old.
As an American, you can't count that shit unless there's an English dub version of it.
There is.
All right, I'll
I can't pretend to know.
All right, from here on, I'll make sure to do the 15-second rebuttals for the rest of the speed round. Now, number 3, what book should be based on a movie? Mayday or Black Diamond?
Wait, what is it?
Black Diamond.
Was it Mayday?
Mayday or Black Diamond?
I got Mayday, I guess.
Okay, 30 seconds for Keenan. Go.
It's fun to say the word Black Diamond. And imagine a diamond that was black. Wouldn't that be cool?
Okay, Mayday for Adam. 30 seconds. Go.
Mayday was
Going down!
Mayday was a good American story, and it'd be great to be portrayed on the big screen. I think I would have George Clooney play the main character.
I can agree with that. Sounds spot on, doesn't it?
And that's all I got.
I don't think this constitutes a rebuttal, so we're just going to have to end it here. Point goes to Adam.
Oh, no, yeah, I totally agree. You at least acted like you knew what you were talking about.
Can you please
And I
tell
was
us?
like,
Can you tell us
Black Diamond!
What is Mayday
Is
and
it
Black
anything
Diamond?
like Black Dynamite? That's what I was going. It's like,
Okay.
imagine.
Can you
Number
tell us-
four, number
can you tell us
four.
quick-
Let's just go to number
Okay,
4.
okay.
Can you tell us what we just argued for?
Yeah, I knew.
Now I know the both of you are
Come
going
out
to.
before the 60s.
Now, number 4. I know the both of you are going to get this one.
Oh, I already
All
got
right.
I looked and I cheated.
All right. Movie that did not stick to the original book story, To Kill a Mockingbird, or The Shining.
Oh, I just seen the answers. I didn't know the questions. I don't like this.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
God, The
All
Shining.
right. We'll start with Adam. 30 seconds. Go.
To Kill a Mockingbird, it just didn't have the same feel as the story did. It didn't drag you into that emotional, that racial. It just wasn't as
That
deep.
time.
Maybe because of the time they made the movie, just they weren't edgy enough, and the movie could have been way edgier. The Shining, it's a near perfect movie, and it's actually really close to the book with only a few things omitted. Where Kill a Mockingbird has big scenes omitted, court scenes omitted, and it was just the tone was way different than the book.
All right, and now it's Keenan's turn. Go.
Okay, the way they described the main character or Johnny in The Shining is not accurate to Jack Nicholson's appearance. All right, they changed that. That's unacceptable.
Is that it?
No, I don't know.
All right.
I got nothing. I didn't
All
read
right.
the book.
All right, 15-second rebuttal for Adam.
No.
You
No?
don't have to do a rebuttal.
Yeah, for the love of God, please don't.
All right, we'll go ahead and give this one to Keenan since he was very descriptive of To Kill a Mockingbird.
No, I got two.
No. Give the point to Keenan because he was able to elaborate as to why The Shining was poorly written compared to the book, even though that The Shining was a good one.
Yeah.
I did that.
You're gonna sit there and argue with him?
He
You're gonna sit there and
said
argue
all
with
he
him?
said was the character looked different.
Yeah, yeah. What can you do? What can you know? Really, it's him.
All right, he can see.
Because he said.
All right, Adam gets the point. Adam
That's
gets the
some
point.
Shit, you know, I was like,
All right, Adam gets the
Jack
point. So
Nicholson.
Oh, is that it?
yeah, so that means final round, and this is going to be a big one right here. Number 5, most overrated comic book, Batman or Spider-Man?
Batman.
All right,
Spider-Man.
hold on, let me get this.
Did you want Batman? I bet you did. 'Cause that's some overrated shit right there.
All right, 30 seconds for Adam, go.
Just think the original Spider-Man is overrated. Stan Lee isn't even that good. He started the franchise. He was good. Whoa, Stan Lee. Batman is not overrated. He's badass. He's Dark Knight. He has better movies than Spider-Man. Spider-Man 3 ruined
We're
the...
talking about the comic book, not the character.
Well, yeah, no, I'm talking about the entire series, and as Spider-Man is completely overrated because he's just a teen and he ain't nothing to nobody.
Okay, 30 seconds for Keenan. Go.
Okay, Spider-Man is completely fucking relatable because he's just a teen and he ain't nothing to nobody. Batman, that's all anyone in this fucking, when you say the word comic book, and everybody acts like they're the most diehard Batman fan. There's people out there, fucking Batman memorabilia, has never touched a Batman comic in their life. Alright? All anyone can ever talk about when it comes to comics is Batman, 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 Batman. And Batman is the shit. But when we're talking about overrated, I mean, Spider-Man does not get enough publicity.
15-second rebuttal for Adam. Go.
Batman, the comics of Batman are awesome. He just teamed up with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Spider-Man has gotten increasingly boring over the years and is completely overrated. I mean, he could be better.
And now, 15 seconds for Keenan. Go.
Well, like you're speaking specifically over the years. Well, I'm speaking overall from the first Spider-Man comic till now. It's been some of the most dramatic storylines I've read in comics. You know, like that relates to, you can always relate. So it's Peter Parker.
All right, I might as well give the point to Keenan here.
Which makes it tiebreaker.
Unfortunately, there will be no tiebreaker because you conceded on one of the points, giving Adam the point. So the first ever nerd fighting champion is Adam!